I just got back from a walk where I filmed my second video for today, and now I'm starting my third one already. And behind this burst of productivity, I feel, is that I finally like editing videos. And this is all thanks to the fact that I can now do my own video edits with my own video editor. So in this video, I wanted to try something a little bit risky and do a live edit of the video I just took on my walk. So here I have the video I took on my phone on my walk, loaded up in Smart Media Cutter. And this is Transcript-based editor, kind of like Descript. So we're gonna use the transcript to do our edits faster. But unlike Descript, this is free to use. I'm actually doing this on the trial version, which is completely free. So of course the first thing we wanna do is to start the transcription. And you can choose the model size here. And the larger models are more accurate, but also slower. Usually I find that for English, the base model is good enough, but for this demo's sake, I'm going to choose the small model, which should give me a little bit more accurate transcriptions. And of course, if you do have NVIDIA graphics card, some people on the Discord have gotten the GPU transcription to work, which is going to be a lot faster, 10, 20 times faster. Unfortunately for me, I have AMD graphics card, so I cannot use this GPU transcription feature. So then with the small model, I'm just going to click Start Transcribing. And then as the model continues its transcription, new stuff is going to keep appearing here in the transcription window. And one of the first things you usually want to do once you have started transcription is go to Tools and Cut Sections with No Speech. So once the transcription has started, the speech segments for the whole video are actually already computed. So you can just come here, click use the silence cutting tool, and the default settings are typically all right. So let me just click OK here. And this is where it's for the first time gonna nag us about upgrading to premium. So if you get value from the trial version, I would very much appreciate if you would upgrade to the premium version as well, but we can just click continue here after a small wait. So now on the timeline, you can see that about 8 minutes of material have been removed. The bottom right tells us that the export duration is about 32 minutes. And for this video, I was actually trying my best to keep a good flow of speech going. And you can see that in that most of the stuff is actually me talking and there's only a little bit of silence. But that doesn't mean that I didn't stumble ever, and I don't want to go through and clean this stuff a little bit. And of course the beginning, just me talking nonsense before I start the actual recording. So I can just come and remove all of the introduction, or I should say remove the part before I actually start the recording. So that's just nonsense. I can come here, remove some so's. I'm not gonna clean everything perfectly here at the end of the paragraph, because I'm fine in this video with leaving a little bit of the stumbling at the end. Here, however, if there is section which is only and, I'm gonna remove that, and there's also some other sections where there's only a little hmms detected. So I'm gonna clean those. This one I wanna take a look where it says and also. I wanna listen to that actually. Also, so this looks to be something that I can take out. So you can start to see how this process goes. You just go along the transcript and you try to read through it and see where you probably want to remove stuff. Here we have another section which is only about saying also, so I probably want to take a listen to that one and remove this as well. And as a consequence of using a little bit larger model than I usually do, I have to wait a little bit this time for the transcription to catch up. So it was good in this case for me to use larger model because there's a lot of background noise in the recording. Usually when I record just with my studio microphone, the base model is enough. So at this point in the walk, I remember I was getting a little bit tired. So I think this part I can just remove. And over here, I think I'm gonna remove this part as well. But that was basically all of it. So at this point, I could of course go through everything with much more attention to detail, come look at each one of the cut points and move it a little bit, choose parts from the timeline, and make sure that every single one of the cuts is perfect. But I'm not gonna do that because this is a little bit different style of a video. I'm talking through what I feel and think. So I think this level of rough cut is fine for this project, which is also why I was comfortable making this all live for you guys. So let's say I'm done now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and export this project. And one thing I'm gonna do is, since this was recorded outside in the environment with a lot of background noises, I am gonna enable the background noise removal. And this is gonna ask again us to consider upgrading to the Pro version, and I'm asking you again to consider upgrading if you find value from the editor. But we're just gonna click continue for now. Now everything is done and I can just export this video. And in this case, the slowest part of the process is actually gonna be the background noise removal, which unfortunately has to compute quite a lot of stuff and takes a little bit of time. And looking at the progress here, it seems to be 20% done already, but I think I'm gonna call the video here. And thank you so much for your attention, and links to download Smart Media Cutter are of course in the description.